Yeah.
Welcome to Create Momentum for Positive Mindset. Today, my guest is Neal Reid. Neal Reid is a man of many talent, and I always strive to learn from him personally and professionally. I'm very thankful for the chance to engage with someone of your caliber.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. How are you doing this morning?
This morning, I'm good. What about you? As I know, it's a very hectic time, plus it's the festive season. Work-wise, you've been working a
Yep.
lot.
Yep. Trying to be
So
like you.
me, I am just coping up. So anything else? How you been? How is your day going? And I know if you have a few days off, so what's your
Yeah.
plan?
No, today's been good. My normal chores for the weekend. Take the kids to their karate lesson, which they're doing right now. Got a few things to do. Gonna go and visit Covent Garden this morning at some point to visit the Christmas market with my niece and my two younger sons. So it was a busy day today, but manageable.
All right, that's good. I mean, I'm later on going to Winter Wonderland. Few friends are coming from Leicester, so again, got a chance to go there. And anyhow, so I'm gonna come to the subject, which is very valuable and meaningful for you, as you said, parenting. Why it is so important for you?
Because parenting itself, it brings balance to you as a human being. It makes good parenting, I would say, is what makes the person, if you know what I mean. Good parenting shows skills that you pass down to your children. I don't feel that the children adapt to what you've shown them. So that's why a parenting skill is very important to
Of course, which when I realized it's more important when I have a second born baby.
me.
So it is sometime, it's not a book. There is a lot of theories have been written on it. However, it is you will learn it by day. It's a journey, I say.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So, is it when you become once you become a parent, did you change or it is become slightly challenging from a normal routine?
Um, in a way, yep, my life changed. I had my first child when I was 17. Um, so obviously for me, life changed dramatically from the age of 17. He was born literally a month after I turned 17, and I then realized that I had priorities. My priorities had to change. It was no longer just about myself. It was more about myself and also being able to provide and educate him at the same time.
Okay. So did you had any fear, any point did you feel any fear that what's gonna happen, how I'm gonna live my life, and what changes is gonna happen during this transition when you become a parent?
Um, fear. I wouldn't really say I had any fear because I had a strong support network from my parents, from my family, from my sister. Um, so I took a lot of guidance from them, but also understanding that obviously the way they grew me and my sister up, I felt a bit of pressure that I had to live up to what they had done as parents. So basically, I just tried my best to bring him up in the right and righteous way that I feel was right for him, which has worked for him. He's now officially 19 now. Um, he's completed college. He's taken a year out of college. He's working, and then obviously come September next year, he's going into university.
Okay, it's a transition. I mean, we all go through from a school to college and university. But
Yeah.
however, I mean, from the parenting point of view, I want to ask you this question. So, what do you think? How important is academic qualification for, I mean, for kids nowadays, or they can learn from a different sources? How do you differentiate that?
Well, the way I look at it is like this: I don't believe that everybody should go to university. Not every career choice or every subject or whatever your career path is. I don't believe you should have to go to university for it. A lot of children nowadays, or even a lot of kids nowadays, they are being successful in their careers without having to go to university. They've just stopped from college and they've just been able to find other resources to educate them, whether them going into apprenticeships or they're reading stuff online and they're getting books from the library. So yes, I'm not saying that going to university and all that stuff there is not important, but I just don't feel it's for every child. Because what you need to remember that every child learns different. Some children, it may have been hard for them to have to be in primary school and then have to go to secondary school and then have to go to college. Some children are just not typically, not wouldn't say book smart, but it would have been a challenge for most children. Some children are able to say, all right, or some adults or some individuals are able to say, yeah, okay, I can sit in a classroom all day and book learn. I can do theory work, but some children need practice. And this is where I feel sometimes there's a bit of slip in education when it comes to children, because they need to understand that, yes, they are children, but every child learns differently. And I don't think that's what's been adapted to children in our society nowadays. So I don't feel every child should have to go to university. And plus, when a child goes to university, the debt that they're in. So where do they get an opportunity to start?
Yes, this is again to learning fine. First of all, as I am little bit good in finance, so I'm gonna give you advice little bit, which is I'm not a financial consultant, but in it is my opinion because
Yeah,
everybody has an opinion, but I could be completely wrong. Nobody has to follow it.
of course.
Because what I see that once you put a child already in a university, when they get a grant, obviously they have to pay a grant, but how I see it, a lot of people don't take these financial decisions seriously when they are in a
Yes.
younger age. So, okay, they got the chunk of money, either they go to university or not, because I don't know, I didn't experience that. However, when, let's say, if I'm studying law for 5 years, so let's
Yeah.
say, for argument's sake, because nowadays inflation is gone high, because institution fees will go high in future, it could be 15,
Yeah.
16 thousand, any amount of that. So now you studied 5 years of, let's say, a law degree. You are already in 75,000, 75,000 pound. You are down. Now, what motivates you every day to go to work? It's gonna be hard for a kid,
Of course.
and or to I mean, sometime you don't have many resources. What I say to when they're younger age, I mean, here people can work from 16, they can save slowly, that they don't have the all burden, or all the burden of the debts on their shoulder. Because when I hear this university, and especially in US and America, a lot of people are in student loan and student debt, which is
Mhm.
bad. That's my opinion, but I don't
Yeah.
know how other people feel about it. So, do you have any opinion on that?
Um, like I said, I don't know. I don't know. It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
As I said, I just don't believe that you should have to you go to university, because where the problem is, it's a big problem. From a young age, pressure is put on children at a young age. Oh, if you don't do good in your GCSEs, you won't get into a good secondary school. If you don't do good in your GCSEs in secondary school, you won't get into a good college. If you don't do good in college, then you won't get into a good university. So from a very, very young age, they're training you with pressure. They're training you to basically say, you need to go to university. In order to be successful in life, you have to go to university. So there's a lot of pressure that's put on children from a very, very young age, which is wrong. It is wrong in my eyes. Yes, depending on, like I said, what career you're choosing to go to. Like you brought up law. In my honest opinion, law, medicine, you definitely need to go to university. You definitely need to go to it. It's no if, no but, no maybe. I feel that personally you need to. It needs to because yeah, it's cool. When you get to university, you go through a stage where they give you the practical and the theory work for you to do hand in hand, which then contributes towards your final grading. So it's 50-50. Like I said, it depends on what career choice you decide to go into. But I just don't feel every career you should have to go to university for it.
Absolutely right. As you're saying, nowadays the world trajectory is completely changed.
Yeah.
So, as you know, inflation is very high nowadays. So, if you have few kids, so how
Yeah.
challenging it would be to raise them?
Um, it's all about a balance. It's all about, as they say, staying in your lane. Um, you you just try your hardest, really. You just like I said, you come with a plan, you balance stuff out, you say what you can afford to do and what you can't afford. Um, like right now, like I said, I've got three boys. Me having my three boys, everyone else says to me, "How do I manage? Are you not scared financially? Is it not expensive to have kids?" My biggest thing to them is that the most expensive thing about having kids is time. It's not money, it's time. It's finding that you need to find that amount of time to spend with all three of them individually. So with things in inflation, don't get through it. Inflation, yeah, it's hard. When it's time to do shopping, that's where you see where it's hard, and you think, oh wow, this is a lot. This is a lot to deal with. But prior to that, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Just get on with it. You deal with it.
Yeah, obviously it is hard, like especially nowadays. As I'm talking about the general things for the kids, like you buy clothes and
Yep.
shoes and everything is add up, and plus if you have a younger kids, they grow every 3 months. You have to do shopping. Obviously, they put a little bit dent on your pocket, but it is
Yep.
what it is.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, so while working, how would you balance your personal life, your personal life and social life while you're working? It's a personal, professional, and social. How would you balance it?
Your personal life is pretty much your social life. Some people have some people have what you're trying to say is how do you balance it should be how do you balance your work life and your personal life?
Yes.
Because your social life is pretty much a part of your personal life. Um, you have to find a balance. If you work too hard, you completely forget about this side. This side here is your personal and social life. It's easy for you to just be a worker continuously. All you do is work, 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 work. But then you're forgetting that you have your personal life to look after. You have your social life to look after. You have your personal responsibilities to look after. For me, I find it easy. I've always been able to shut down from things. So no disrespect, but once I leave work, I don't think about work. Once I clock out, I don't think about work. I literally shut down because now this is my time. Work, you've had my time for 12 hours. My next 12 hours, my personal life, my social life. I don't think about work. So for me, it's easy. Some people, it's a struggle for them, but for myself, I don't find it hard to do to separate the two.
That's yeah. I have learned, as I said, one thing from you, which is calmness. I am not, but it
Yeah,
is that how you keep yourself calm, as to relate to the same question in personal and professional life. Professional life, because every time, because in life nothing is guaranteed. You don't know what is coming on your way. So well, you don't know what is coming on your way. Every time it's challenges, issues, in professional life and plus in personal life when you are, as you said, people say you say work, 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 make the money and not getting the time. So how would again you balance your as a mind? How would you relax it? What would you do
What, to relax?
to relax? I mean, to be calm. As you said, you have 3 kids. You're working like 5 days in a week, and
Mhm.
how do you keep yourself calm in between all these transitions are going through?
Because I learned from a very young age, yeah, and a lot of people find it's hard to do even now. Stressing resolves nothing. If you stress about something, it's not going to resolve the matter. So you might as well just stay calm and relax and just deal with it slowly, bit by bit. You gradually deal with it. That's the best way of dealing with things.
That's the yeah, of course. Again, every individual is different.
Of course.
Lastly, I want to ask you a question on the parenting. What is the best piece of advice you can give about parenting?
Don't stress. It will always work out. You will never have enough money to raise a child. Money isn't everything. We've been told that you need to have money to do this, you need to do that. It's absolutely, I think it's a lie. As long as you got a pure heart and your love is clean for your children, then parenting will be easy for you.
Of course, it is. If you have a pure heart and your intentions are right, so
Yeah,
everything it says sooner or later everything will be greater. That's
of
how I
course.
believe in this theory. And Neil, I am very thankful and want to say your willingness to share your time have made a
Always.
profound effect on me. I'm really thankful and grateful to you. You came in
No
and you
worries.
given the valuable time. Thank you.
No problem. No worries, sir. Anytime for you.